Hello everyone, welcome back. Good to have you here. We're hitting our Zen moment. This is really good.
Maintaining good posture.
Good posture, good vibes leads to good design. And that's what we're going to be doing with the one and only Lauren Dickens with me right now. Everybody give her a warm welcome in chat. Thanks for hanging out with us.
There we go.
There
our
we
first
are.
chat.
Now we'll start to see this like populate. Michael.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello, it's your first time, right?
Yes.
Live streaming.
First time here.
Yeah. I love all your work,
so exciting.
by the way.
Thank you.
I love just looking at the background. Like, this is what I'm talking about.
I
like,
know,
all
it's
this
crazy,
stuff.
isn't it? Look at all that. So much color.
You have to be proud when you look at
Yeah.
this. You're like, it looks really good.
It honestly is pretty cool to like go back through your work and kind of take survey of everything that you've done, and especially like for this, you know, putting it all in one place. It's it is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I'm a very lucky person, you know.
I believe so. Just to see how far like you've come and just the amount of work that you've done.
Come
and
a long
what's
way.
cool is we get to like take all of your experience and knowledge and boil it down into 90 minutes.
Yes.
Tell us everything you know.
Oh man.
Just joking. Show us everything.
We need
Show
longer
us
than
all
90
the
minutes.
things.
We need not longer than 90 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just noticed your laptop. That's awesome.
Oh,
Your laptop
thank you.
cover.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
great.
it's just showing off of my skills. So, just to remind you of the daily submissions. We are here at day one. The challenge is to design a keynote invitation for Adobe Max. So you can find that in the challenge tab tomorrow. It's going to be all about designing a ticket for Max. And then day three, you take that, roll it into your portfolio for portfolio reviews, which is really fun. We save extra time for that. So that's the agenda. We're going to do a random giveaway, or not so random, because it's going to happen in about 23 minutes, to be exact, of Moo, basically Moo, print up your own Moo cards, and we'll even give out a free discount for everyone.
Very
So,
nice.
yeah. Just giveaways and ways to get involved and like
Y'all get involved.
Yeah, y'all get involved. Oh,
Yeah, you got
on
another
cue.
Texan on.
Let's talk about this.
on the roster.
Where'd you fly in from? Where are you coming from?
I am from Austin, Texas. I've lived in Texas my whole life. Worked down there as a branding designer for the most part, but do illustration, typography, a little bit of everything. And what I'm gonna do today is use some expressive typography to build a brand for you guys, a fake brand. It's not real, but maybe, you know, someone sees this stream and they're like, we want to buy the name, we want to buy the brand, we want it all.
So many good ideas. I want to start that company right now. That's what I want to hear. And I love this, by the way. Like, I would love. We could spend the whole time picking apart this like shreds down there. Does that have a little texture on it?
It actually does not. It's just
Oh, but you see
just
how,
the gradients.
But it's very unassuming because that's not even going to a straight, say, gray or black gradient. It goes from a yellow to a slight.
It is a beautiful, colorful gradient. You can see I'm kind of moving from this like fluorescent yellow into a more warm, kind of orangey yellow.
I don't know if you have that, but can you show us a little more about that? Like, how did you do that? Like, sort of that relief or that extrude?
Actually, there's a error here. I think this is supposed to be like that. Well, that's okay. I edited the background color.
Like, because I know you could do 3D, but that's obviously like not 3D. You just kind of were bending vectors.
Yeah, it's all vectors, baby.
Bending them.
Just bending them. So that's kind of, I wanted to do a little intro, kind of go over what I'm going to be designing today. So talking about like expressive type, there are a lot of different ways to do that. So the shreds type over here is definitely a little bit more like in your face. It's got the gradients. It's got a lot of depth. It kind of feels like it's coming out at you. But there's also, you know, much more simple ways to really get some personality behind your work. So this is just like pretty flat, but we're using a lot of different like type styles to make things interesting. This script font is super fun.
Totally. Like it totally works. Like your hierarchy, everything isn't yelling at you. How the L fits between the T and the Y. Like everything about this just like works really well.
Yeah.
And then I want to talk to you later, like give us everything you're thinking about, like your font choices and stuff. There we see like almost like 3 different ones, but like those decisions you make, like
that's a huge part of it.
Give me that in a can and start selling it, and I'll be drinking that constantly.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is really kind of intuitive. Like you get in there and start working with stuff and seeing what feels right, and then a lot of times it's glaringly obvious that it's not right. So you got to kind of go back to the drawing board.
Love Future Islands, by the way.
Yeah, great band. This was like for a gig poster for them. And
I'm so jealous. So cool.
So this first day, I'm going to be kind of like building the bones of this thing. And then hopefully tomorrow, maybe by the end of the day, we can get into like showing you how to get that texture.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Such a cliffhanger.
Good
I'm like,
stuff.
I want to know everything.
Tell me about the texture.
It looks so
This one's
good.
like subtly textured too. Not as much, but yeah. Oh, and then this one too. So you got some. This one's actually like all by hand. I went in and like basically like stippled this.
You know
thing.
what's so good about this is like look at any end. Like zoom in on that a little closer to like this curl right down here. The fact that you added that highlight on the end.
Oh yeah. The
that
lip
shows experience. That it really does.
Man.
shows experience like so much.
That's awesome.
Little details.
Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of do a little intro, show y'all some past work, and one thing about this.
Is daughter a music group too?
No, it is for a woman's clothing brand down in Austin.
Cool.
Yeah, that was just started this year. So another way that you can play with expressive type, like this better half type, is through animation. So I'm gonna flip to my website real quick. This was a branding project I did the end of last year. And then I just like really simply animated it in the timeline tool in Photoshop.
Cool.
And so I'm gonna go to that type treatment. So like it's really subtle, it's simple, but it's fun, and it's just another way that you can kind of bring this type to life.
And I think that's really good because you're kind of showing how this will work in animation. Maybe it's like some social media post.
Yeah.
Do you think about that if you're developing a brand for someone? Like
Absolutely.
The different use cases?
Absolutely. I mean, that's such a huge way that people kind of interact with different brands now. So, always kind of considering how it's gonna live out in the world is super important.
Yeah, that is really good. And can we hopefully find most of these on your website?
Yes. So I was just at my website, laurendickens.cool. Got that .cool on lock. And then I also have a dribble, which somewhere on here, maybe under might be a good place. There it is, little basketball icon, and then an Instagram, of course, as well. So y'all go follow me.
Yeah, y'all go follow her. I love it.
See some more work. See some stupid stories.
Are you very aware of when you say y'all when you're
not at all? Not at all. No, it's like
except for I think when you travel. That's maybe when you might
people laugh at me.
We're like, oh.
Yeah, and like call me out, Paul.
Sorry. I just really like. I just like.
It's an efficient word.
It's so efficient.
It's efficient. Like, why would you say 2 words if you could only say 1?
Yeah.
To get something across.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open an artboard.
Let's do this.
Let's get things started. So, generally, like if you're making a poster, kind of the standard size for like gig posters and stuff is 24 by 18 inches. So I'm just gonna start with an artboard that size. And I'm actually going to make a few artboards because I'm gonna be trying a bunch of stuff kind of on the fly, and it's nice to have places to put all of it.
No, that's good. So you just, oh wait, what did you just do that? Did you double click on the artboard tool? What did you, how did you get so many?
So I think my artboards were a little too close together. I was giving them a little bit of breathing room. I'm also gonna just have them like down a line because that's easier too. So we'll start with this first
But
one.
in making all those, I missed it. How did you make so many so fast?
Oh, you just go to your artboard tab and then you just add new.
Boom, boom, boom. Just like adding layers.
Yeah, just like adding layers. So the fake brand that I'm going to be building today, let's type it out.
Yes.
And then blow it up. You guys, can you read that?
Everybody see
20
that?
bucks.
Everybody got that?
20 bucks to
Go
whoever
ahead. Go
can
ahead.
read that.
Your best guess. I bet it says y'all.
Okay.
Phantom limb.
Phantom limb.
Here, I'm going to show you a perfect example of a phantom limb. You ready? See on the screen? Phantom limb.
Where'd it go?
There you have it.
Oh my God, magic, magic trick. So when I am building type or using typefaces, I like to keep every word separate because I'm not sure what words are going to be in what type of font. I think that I'm feeling like Phantom should be a script, so I'm going to go to my fonts and just look at all my script
Real fast,
options.
like what is Phantom Limb? What's the company?
Oh, right. So Phantom Limb is a tree trimming and arborist service. So a little bit of a pun there.
I love it.
I'm a punny person.
Tree trimming, arborist. You need to take care of some phantom, or you need some phantom limbs for that tree, whatever. I think it's awesome.
That's right. So let's just
Very clever.
Thank you. I try. Let's just look at some of these. Let's see. I'm gonna go to all because I think I know what I'm looking for. So this is cool. It's kind of like an in-between script and brush font.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice. Part of the reason why I chose this fake, that needs an N.
Oh,
There
we would have
go.
gone. We would have gone if you weren't here.
Fatdom.
Especially thank you, Ashley.
Designers are
Daddy.
not very good spellers. So
No, because it's like a shape. It's no longer a word at this point.
Does Illustrator have a spell check tool yet? I know
yeah.
InDesign does. Well, I need to use it more often, obviously. So I'm just gonna go ahead and already expand this because
Should be under type.
okay. See? Where is it?
Hold on, I'm searching for it now.
Okay. When I work with type.
Oh, under edit.
Okay. Well,
Edit, check spelling. But nonetheless, we
Future.
got it all squared away.
yeah, we're good to go.
Are you
We're
happy?
rocking and rolling.
We could have designed this whole logo if it wasn't for chat saying, "Hey, you know,
Thank
you
you,
could."
y'all. Thank you. Yeah, you gotta like be on your toes with this stuff.
How
Let
did
me know
you-
if I'm doing anything wrong.
Yeah, no, you're doing great. And just in terms of tilting the text box, you just rotated it, right?
Yeah, I just.
You didn't do any skew or anything.
No, yeah, I just rotated it itself. I kind of followed the line that the type was already on, and I'm just selecting some points here now because I'm gonna play with this T a little bit.
Yeah.
I think the most fun about working with type is it's almost like a puzzle to me, like figuring out how the letters really, really link up together in a super seamless way. And creating some visual interest with it. So this is like,
Yeah.
how's our chat doing? What are people saying?
People are like, no, it doesn't have text or spell check. Yes, it does. Yeah, no, you guys are right. It does have spell check, thank goodness. Although it kind of almost doesn't matter because at this point you've outlined it.
Right.
So it's not going to recognize it as
I'm glad
text.
I realized it before I outlined
Oh,
it.
man. And that's why you'll see a lot of designers' Illustrator files have duplicates. Do you do that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like once I get this in a spot that I'm like, okay, that looks cool. Or if I have an idea to like do something else, something different to the letter, which I do already, I'll kind of save this version and then throw it off to the side and start a new one. And by the end, like sometimes my artboard is just
Filled.
Filled.
And that's how you know. It's just like, it's a mess.
yeah, it's a
Like
mess.
different, it's almost
A
like
mess.
bookmarks. You might have this logo in like different stages.
Yeah,
everything
totally.
you kind of
totally.
like.
It's like a timeline.
Hold down Option Shift to drag it off to the side. Just create these various duplicates.
So
mess around with it.
I don't really like this P. I'm not feeling this P. So sometimes, a lot of times, with like fonts kind of off the shelf, that happens. And just to like make it a little bit more unique, I like to build my own drop caps. So we can like take.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, take part of this T and just kind of like, where's my eraser?
Right above it.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
There we go. Let's see how big we are. So you can take your eraser and just like trim some of it off.
Mm-hmm.
And use this guy.
Michelle, you're too nice, says already looks amazing. You're too kind. But I love the idea of you like, I like this font for the most part, this type, except for that P. Like, could I
make a better P? Could I improve the P? Let's just see about it. Maybe not. We'll, you know.
And this is, or do you just get rid of it altogether and just do an F for Phantom?
Oh, yeah. That wouldn't be the right spelling though, right?
I know.
I don't know anymore. I'm the one that typed Phantom, so.
Phonetically, Phantom is, why is it not Phantom?
The English language is weird. It's really, really weird. I'm gonna move this.
And this is the problem because like, you'd have to correct everybody to your incorrect spelling of the word. So, looks like some people are having some fun designing for the challenge.
Nice.
Jan Eric is asking if people are. I think it's really fun just to deal with like one, design a max invitation for watching the live stream next week. Really straightforward. Have some fun with it. What's up, Eric? Good to have you in the house. So yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, it's
Can't wait to
phantasma in Spanish.
Oh,
that's a fun word.
That is a fun word. Way, way more fun than just phantom.
And spelled with an F.
It is? Oh.
With like phantasma as, yeah.
Man, see?
The English language is forever trolling us.
It is. Always, always trolling.
I couldn't imagine what it's like to, what it was.
How
did we even learn? How did I even learn English to begin
I don't know.
with?
It's hard. It's really hard. People that actually met an awesome designer this past week at a conference who's from China, and he was like, the English language is so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
It's like, this is so weird. Like,
why do you guys make it difficult? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know, because we have no idea what we're doing.
I think the history of it's probably pretty kind of fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of some words.
Some words.
You're like, no. Like, where did we get the word okay? Where did that come from? You could watch a whole.
I'm already stumped.
I've already seen a YouTube video on it.
I'm stumped. You've stumped me. I think I'm gonna shorten this little tail. Oh, need to go a little further up there. It's just about playing around, and I usually.
You're just using your little touchpad to make this.
I know, yeah. Trackpad. I actually use my trackpad, primarily my trackpad, for a really long time. Way too long.
Wait,
long.
a lot.
See? English is hard.
Much longer?
Much longer than I should have. There we go. I got it.
You probably are exactly like me, because I do the same thing. I'm working on my old trackpad, my touchpad, when I have my mouse right here. So I sometimes have to remind me.
Well, that's
mouse
not
right
connected.
Yeah, that one isn't connected.
Yeah, that's not
why.
That ain't my mouse.
Yeah, but I actually do that.
That's another Texan word for you.
Yeah, I use ain't a lot.
Yeah.
Into it. I like it.
Y'all are all gonna be talking like Texans by the end of this.
Yeah, exactly. I'm into it. Into it. Yeah. I wish, Michael Toro, I wish the touchpad or trackpad had the ability to just draw based on touching alone. Like,
wow, that would be really cool.
Because right now you have to press to draw a line.
Yeah. Like if it was, what if instead of a keyboard, it was just an entire trackpad for designers? That would be pretty intense.
That would be pretty intense. This is the problem though, you know, a lot of people have the problem with this new trackpad for the new Macs is the fact that it's so big, you kind of rest your hands on the laptop and you're accidentally touching the little touchpad.
Yeah, I actually use it, I use an iPad sometimes and that is a struggle. The struggle is very real.
Oh yes, Hugo has Google. So when I mentioned okay, he's probably talking about the same YouTube video. People used to say all correct, like all correct.
I'm gonna
like
start using that.
Correct.
I like that.
So that's where okay came from.
Okay.
But they used to also misspell it.
Okay.
So that's why
all
it's like OLL, all correct. Okay came out of that.
What's the like study of words? Etymology, is that right? Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Thank you for that history lesson.
We're into random tips about the English language, but more importantly, of course, graphic design. I always think it's fun watching somebody work. You realize that you're kind of like not as much of a weirdo as you thought you were.
Yeah.
Because you think I'm doing a bunch of hacks, but it's
right.
Like
don't I look like a crazy person?
You can't. No, you're not a crazy. But you just like you work the same way I work. I would have typically lots of copies. And not doing any fancy tricks. But I do love how you...
Not yet. Just wait.
Oh, I'm into it. I love it. Like, a lot of times there's no magic.
No.
It's like...
It's just work. It's just time.
Just getting down to work.
You just gotta, like, wrestle with it for a little bit, you know? That's what I'm doing with this P right now. I'm wrestling with it. And I'm not... You are all probably thinking, like, how lumpy this curve looks right now. I'm not super concerned with that right now because I know that I'm gonna be texturing it later. So I'm just gonna leave it kind of loosey-goosey, and as long as the overall form looks all right, I think that we'll be fine when we go to texture it.
Very cool.
Yeah, maybe this H gets a little something because I feel like this space is kind of bothering me. So now's the time. I think I gotta take this.
And I'm wondering, like, is that P at the same angle as the H?
It should be. Like the curve?
Well,
or the line.
Part, I know it is the same because you copied it from the T, so it should be exactly the same. But next to the H,
it is a little,
next to the H, it's a
you're
little
right.
off.
You're right. Maybe it's the H that needs to change though, because it's got two people that are on the same page over here.
Yeah.
It's also a brush font, so like it can be a little messy and imperfect, I think. But maybe let's look at like widening the bottom of this a little bit.
So thanks for asking, Madison. What we are working on is branding logo for an arborist company, right? Tree trimming. And what's the name of it?
Phantom limb. Cause get it? They're gonna be missing limbs.
Does everybody know what phantom limb is?
You should Google that.
I think all that is fascinating.
It is super fascinating.
Did you know
I've never
that
experienced it.
even though
I
you
hope to never experience it.
I know. Whew.
You know.
So if you've lost a limb, you still feel like you have that limb.
Yes.
And what's crazy, if you do some research, some people will feel pain in the limb that doesn't exist.
Right. Yeah.
Which blows my mind.
Just nuts.
You know what cures it?
No.
They will hold up a mirror to them that kind of splits them in half, so they think
the
left
yeah,
is the
I have
right
heard about
side.
that.
And it kind of somehow like syncs it up or gets rid of any issues.
It's crazy.
But
modern medicine.
Yes.
Who figured that out?
I have no idea.
You know, it's like a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Saving lives, saving people's sanity, because I think that would drive me insane. Oh, yeah. So while I'm working on this, I kind of wanted to toss out to the crowd if you guys have any like tagline ideas for this brand. Feel free to shoot them in the chat. and maybe we can utilize some of them.
Taglines for Phantom Limb Arborist.
Tree trimming and arborists.
Yeah, tree trimming. Phantom Limb, tree trimming.
So silly.
Phantom Limb. I think I have a phantom limb. Like, I think I have a brain, but I really don't. This is like a phantom.
Phantom brain?
Phantom brain. I think I have a brain, but I clearly don't. Because I can't spell phantom without an F.
Well, I can't spell phantom with an N, apparently, so. We make a great team.
So what font did you start with, by the way, Will?
This is,
we don't even remember.
I probably should have, like, saved one.
Ooh.
I messed up, see?
No, I gotcha.
No, I remember the font, but typically you should always see, it remembered, but typically you should always keep a live one just in case.
Yes.
Like I totally should have kept a live one and I did not.
But there,
so we'll just keep that guy up there. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that is it.
So this is art brush medium. It's just like, you know, a pretty standard looking brush script that has a lot of personality to it.
Yeah, I like it. So yeah, remember it. You could always use, actually there's a capability in Photoshop to where it will recognize or come close to recognizing the font that it is.
Oh yeah?
Just
That's
like
pretty cool.
Just like we have Adobe Capture, we'll capture the font.
Nice.
Or at least tell you something close in Typekit. Photoshop does the same thing. And I'm writing down your suggestions. Jennifer Thompson says, we make the first cut right. Good. Saving it. We'll do a little like vote and
yeah. Ooh, I like voting.
Yeah. And really, you are the designer, so
yeah, that's right.
you get to pick.
I make the calls. Let's see here.
You're scaring me, Jennifer Meadows. It's good though. Tagline: only your tree will lose a limb. You're scaring me.
That's good.
It's good. It's in there.
Yeah. Not.
But I'm like, I didn't know I thought you were just trimming my trees. I didn't know there was a possibility that I would lose a limb, but still. Let's think about this.
Think about it. All right, I think I need to stop fiddling with this P for a little bit and do something else. I do that a lot. If you like wrestle with something too long, it could kind of make you crazy. So I'm just gonna, let's go to limb. Let's see how limb's doing.
Ooh, I like this one. Madison Angus, we feel the pain so you don't have to.
Dang, these are kind of brutal. It's good though. The reason I chose Phantom Limb is because it is October. And so I thought that, you know, a little bit of spookiness would be good.
Oh, you are brilliant. Sarah says, don't forget the N in Phantom. So yeah, you got that. I think there should be an N at the end of the word Phantom.
Phantom.
Just because, in this case.
Just
because it's silent, but it's there.
Oh,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do. I do. So I think for limb, we should look at something a little bit more sans serif. Really, maybe something really strong and sturdy. And I think I want it to be in all caps. It helps to like not have your menu in front of the word that you're trying to look at. So there's this really cool font. I'm just gonna search for it.
Do your thing. I'm capturing all of these various suggestions. Heidi Morrow, hers is deep. You ready for this?
Let's go.
Phantom Limb, we don't miss anything.
Wow, that is deep.
See how deep? It's like missing it.
That's deep. You are missing it. You are missing limbs since 1994. That's pretty good. Yeah. 1994. This would totally. That's
good.
That's a good year, because I totally see this like being one of those. And we might actually get to this tomorrow. on the side of like one of those creepy white vans.
Sounds good to me. Hey, why not? Tomorrow, creepy white vans.
We're gonna brand a creepy white van.
Today we have Chat and Win. We will have this tomorrow as well, but that's what these fireworks, they're fun fireworks because we're gonna dive into Chat and Win right now. All right, welcome back, everybody. And all you need to do is say something in chat, and that's how you enter to win Chat and Win. You're probably wondering what you have the chance to win. Well, hey, we'll tell you. You'll win basically a $30 gift card to Moo. So moo.com allows you to really print up or make anything that you want. We'll give you a $30 gift card just to say thank you for hanging out with us. We do have to make sure somebody's at the other end of that keyboard. All I ask is like intelligible words.
Blah, 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 F-E.
I mean, Serge, you fell asleep on your keyboard. We could announce your name and you're not gonna know because it looks like you fell asleep on your keyboard.
Wow, this is crazy.
So yes, yo. I love branches.
Moo's a good one.
Moo.
Couple moos right there.
Thank you. Moo's perfect.
Moo.
Super easy.
Moo.
Moo. All right, we'll pick a name at random. And you can see it right here. Congratulations to the one and only Chrissy Danforth. Congratulations. You win.
Way to go, Chrissy.
$30 gift certificate to Moo. Congratulations. Allows you to create beautiful and expertly crafted business materials. You can use them for anything. But not only that, we're giving it to you to everyone. Just go to moo.com/Adobe Live. 15% off. You're making something in Illustrator. Use that. Get something printed. Maybe all it does say is Moo. Or it just says, I like your hair. And then you just pass it to somebody.
That would be really nice. That would make someone's day.
Just like, I like your hair.
So I'm feeling pretty good about like the contrast of this so far. I think we'll
just depends on who you give it to. It could be nice, but if you give it to like a bald person,
oh yeah,
that's mean.
That's a little. that's like throwing some shade. Throwing a little bit of shade.
Phantom Limb.
I'm just gonna set up a little grid here for this thing.
You'll never know that it was even there. I'm trying.
We'll make them disappear. That one's good. It's true. It's true.
Thank you very much, Mr. or Cookie Bagoya. Mr. or Mrs. Ooh, that's good too. Jennifer Meadows is killing it, preserving the spirit of your trees.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah, that's really strong.
I like that one.
Yeah, it kind of speaks to the goal.
Spirit of your trees. Trees do have spirits, for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think,
have you ever hugged a tree?
No, that's what I was just thinking about, like, I don't know if I have.
I guess you don't live in San Francisco.
No, yeah, I'm in Denver. I should be able to hug a tree, but I don't think I have hugged one, like quite literally. I really love what you're doing here, though, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just going in and kind of rounding the edges to make them a little bit softer. That also kind of adds a little bit more of like a vintage feel to the type.
The timber delimbers. Ashton. The timber delimbers. Like
timber delimber. That's really good. I'm gonna write that one down. Who said that?
Ashton Skinner.
Timber delimbers. Solid content right there.
Seriously.
We'll just throw that one off to the side. come back to it later.
Oh, we'll go. You could flip that. You're very close, Heidi Morrow. We go out on a limb for you. That would work.
Also very good.
We go out on a limb for you.
So I'm gonna go in and like start to fill some of this space with some design elements.
Alyssa's here. Alyssa says, I'm here. LOL.
Hey,
Alyssa's
Alyssa.
here. We could begin if you could start now.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm
Just
sorry. I didn't know we were supposed to wait.
We were waiting for you, Alyssa. So
We waited as long as we could.
Yeah.
We had to get started though.
Zachary, yeah, Chromebook. Photoshop on a Chromebook, I don't think it's going to happen. It's just not powerful enough. Yeah, I mean, Chromebooks for like surfing the web and, you know, it's from Google. So they just want you on the web and to, so yeah. Oh yeah, Voodoo Val asks if you have any go-to Illustrator tools.
I really love this blob tool that I just used. It's kind of like it's kind of like the paintbrush tool, but instead of being like a stroke, I don't know why that's been my default lately. It's like fake hemming for like a pair of pants. It's really weird. Anyways, the blob tool is awesome because it does kind of like a blob, but then you can go in and it actually, it's basically already an expanded shape.
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily create a stroke. It creates
so it's
this
like,
fill.
Yeah. So it's like you're drawing directly into the program, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I use that one a lot.
Thank you so much. Somebody said, who said it? Oh, save your file.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roxanne said that. Thank you so much. We need you.
Roxanne,
You're a
you
lifesaver.
did this in Alana's too. I was watching, and you are like the save queen. Save queen. Yeah. Phantom limb.
Luckily,
Wow.
I mean, I've been saved lately by it saving the recovery file.
Yeah, but you have to save it first, right?
Oh, I don't think so. Because
Okay.
it might just do untitled recovered.
Gotcha.
But
Yes,
like
that has been a
literally happened
lifesaver.
yesterday to me.
Yeah.
Crashed, and I'm like,
It's pretty amazing. That has been a huge lifesaver for sure. Because that used to be the saddest thing when that wasn't a feature, to have your
do you remember that?
program
Do you remember like
crash.
back in the day where you just have to resign to the fact that you had to recreate it?
It's really humbling.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you would get like the spinny wheel of death, and I would screenshot it, and like if I was in a place like if this froze right now and I was like, okay, it's never coming back, then you can like screenshot it and try to rebuild it. But
Yeah, that's actually a good call.
it's still not fun. You still have to redo everything.
All right. Frighteningly good arborists. Another tagline.
I like it. I like it.
Sarah, this is you know who to call. Kind of like Ghostbusters. You know who to call.
Tree.
It does kind of
busters.
veer into the Halloween-ish
For sure.
aspect, and whether you want to do that as a designer is, of course, totally up to you.
Yeah. I just thought it'd be nice and fun, a little lighthearted. It's good to be a little silly.
So, Makuki, to answer your question, in terms of the recovery file, it will automatically do it, but I think you actually set some of the specific parameters in preferences. So let me actually just try to, boom. Here it is in preferences, file handling, and clipboard. Automatically save recovery data every 2 minutes. So at most, you're doing only 2 minutes worth of work. and obviously you can adjust that. So, yeah. Switching back.
Let's type that secondary copy. I think that's how you spell arborists.
I think so too. But again, we're designers. We really have no idea.
Did not win the spelling bee. That's all I'm saying. I think being a designer has made me a worse speller, actually.
Oh, really?
Because you get so like locked into how things look. Sometimes you aren't even really like reading the words anymore. At least that's what happens to me sometimes.
What was that last part? I'm sorry. I was just reading comments.
It's all good.
Never.
It's in the past now.
Hold on, I'm gonna go to the video that's being recorded right now, scrub back 5 seconds and play it. No, I'm just joking. I was doing searches. You have it spelled correctly, by the way, arborist.
Arborist?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, in the UK, maybe it's A-B-O-U-R. I spelled library as library.
Library?
I think it should be library. I'm gonna go to the library.
The library. Let's look at some...
Library. It's like my little brother used to say banana. He called it a banana, and so it's like a banana.
Banana?
A banana. You know, that's weird.
What is a banana?
Do you say any other? You actually, yeah, being from Texas, you have these little, the ain'ts and the, y'alls.
The ain'ts, the y'alls. We also have a little known one, fixing to.
Yeah, that's right.
Instead of like just doing something, we're fixing to do something.
Yeah.
So like, I'm fixing to go get dinner. I'm fixing to design a poster.
And like you just naturally say that. Like, it just comes out.
It just comes out.
Because it comes out for everybody.
Well, maybe you're not ready to do whatever you're doing yet. So you have to just let someone know that eventually it's going to happen.
I like that. Eventually.
Just not right now.
All right, Corey Hall says he would like to win. We did just do a chat and win giveaway, but we also have about another 15 minutes for the challenge submission deadline. Submit yours, and we will pick a winner tomorrow morning. You can win 1 year of Creative Cloud, because why not?
Why not? That's awesome. That is a really good prize.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty good, and I liked today's challenge. It's all about, again, one image. You're creating an invite to tune into Adobe Max Keynote. So it's not like creating some big long animation or anything crazy. Hello, Noel. Want to give you a warm welcome since you're just joining us. I feel like we have new people joining us. Tell your family, your friends, your enemies about this as well. Free information. In fact, maybe even a free logo for a company that might want to start.
There we go.
Phantom limb.
Phantom limb. Tree trimming and arborists.
Love it. I love it.
So I'm just like picking some fonts that I am liking and setting them off to the side and seeing what is kind of working with what we got so far. This can be a process to get the right feel for everything.
I like how you have Illustrator set up in terms of workspace.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because like my Illustrator, I just like have way too many panels open.
Oh yeah.
Like you're really just working on one layer too, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. If I was doing like, some different like illustration stuff, maybe layered in the background, I would definitely use separate layers. But if I'm kind of envisioning this as more of a flat, kind of like what we showed over here, kind of a flat lockup. So for that, I'll just keep everything on one layer. Kind of like this one too.
And I feel like your work, like, definitely has like a style to it.
Really?
know?
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I spoke at a conference recently and talked about how I feel like I don't really have like a super
I think
distinct.
you do. I think actually it almost feels like somewhat like maybe it's regional to Texas and Austin, but it
heard
feels
that
very
too.
like approachable.
That's good. Approachable is good.
Yeah, and fun, and actually like a little bit like a little nostalgic.
Yeah, a little
Like,
bit.
and I'm just thinking back to all the pieces. In fact, we'll just. Oh, so sorry. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I was gonna show the cool background. Sorry. There, here we go.
Good.
This is what I was trying to show.
Yeah.
So like like maybe the colors, like the colors of these like yellows
Yeah.
are not a true yellow. It's you know, mustardy.
For sure. And a lot of times if I'm doing like something with a lighter, like a white or something, I will use, instead of a true white, like a bright white, like you can see on the, ooh, it's mirrored.
Bright
okay.
white.
There it is. This is actually more of like a cream than a bright white, and that definitely kind of communicates more of a vintage feel, I guess, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Way cool. But you were like, yeah, I don't have a style.
I don't know.
pretty
It's good to
much.
hear. It's totally, it's good to hear that, because I think I'm probably too close to my work at this point. So to hear that from other people is awesome. That people are recognizing it, you know?
Yeah.
It's good.
I like it. Have you always so you've been working in the field for, I don't know, whatever, 10 years. You went to school for graphic design.
I did.
Have you always known that you wanted to get into graphic design? Like, how did you make that
Yeah, I grew up
decision?
drawing and, being creative in any way that I could. So I don't think that I knew that graphic design was necessarily like a career option for me until I graduated high school and was starting to look at colleges. And I didn't want to be a starving artist, that stereotype of trying to scrape by. But I knew I wanted to do something creative, so kind of learning about graphic design was an epiphany for me, and I was like, oh, well, that makes a ton of sense. I'll do that.
Yeah, no, that's
then
good.
just
You kind of
kinda-
had it in your bones.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I think, Curran, brings up a good point. I do think most people realize that they don't have a style. I feel like if I was trying, I could copy someone else's work, but I can't do that separate from myself. So I think you're always infusing yourself into anything that you do.
That's true. Yeah.
Personally.
And I don't necessarily want to do the same thing for every project. So I think I like that by not having one method of doing things, that I'm not ever really bored with projects. I feel a lot of freedom when I work for clients and stuff like that, to do what's appropriate for the project itself.
Where are you working these days?
Where am I working?
Yeah.
I am actually an independent. I'm a freelancer. I don't work for a studio. I am the studio. So
Nice.
yeah.
How do you get your clients usually?
So a lot of it is honestly, just building relationships with people, kind of forming those connections,
Yeah.
and kind of word of mouth. And I think that's the best way to get referred, because it means that the people that you're working with really value what you do and think that other people should experience it, or think that what you have to offer is valid. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is awesome. I could easily see you just, obviously building up clientele and just like everything happening by word of mouth, based obviously like on your work, what you do for them. You're easy to get along with and all that stuff. It's like everything is just, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, for me, it has to be about like the human component as well as the creative part of it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of what I do is like branding, and that requires a lot of like collaboration with the other person. So just being open to that. I think we need something up here.
I think.
I have an idea.
Yeah, you do your thing. This is like, I feel like we're diving into your tips and tricks for like empty, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you would put there.
Yeah,
right now it
we're
is
gonna figure it
the
out.
phantom limb of the design.
Right. Yeah. That's the way I view like these type lockups. A lot of times are more like little puzzles than anything else. Like you're just trying to like kind of fill the space with elements and make it feel like all of these parts couldn't exist without the other.
Yeah.
Really, really integrated and tight feeling.
Yeah, I like it. And without one part overwhelming the other. Because that's what I've noticed with your design work. It's really easy to read. Like you have a primary thing, a secondary, and you might have tertiary things around it. But it's a good, tight lockup and easy to read. Which that's hard to do.
Yeah.
It really is hard to do.
It can be, yeah. It just takes time. It takes, like I said, it takes wrestling.
Yeah, and like looking at it and like stepping away and coming back and like all of that stuff. So I'm excited to have you obviously like review portfolios on the third day and also check out the challenge.
I'm only here for 2.
Okay, really? Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I'm only here for 2.
But this is good. That's why I'm glad we have you.
We can look at a portfolio if you want, but yeah.
Well, we definitely need you to look at the challenge submissions.
Okay.
Like, give us your advice, because I think you do a lot of things innately that we need you to vocalize.
Okay. Yeah, let's definitely do that.
So.
I am always down.
Anel is asking, how do you create what from connections? How do you get clients from your connections? Organically.
Well,
like it's all about people. Really, it's just like, correct me if you go ahead and you could answer this. I'll just go on and on.
I think, if you do one thing well, then hopefully, number one, then that work gets seen and people kind of recognize you for it. And then if that person, is connected with maybe other people that are looking for this particular type of service, just asking, who they use, like how was your experience with so-and-so, and just kind of building your network up from there.
And really, do you think it could just be just as easy as starting with one good project?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. I think, starting small, you don't need to have some like huge portfolio, and I don't think you necessarily even need to have like a specific set of experiences. I think that if you can show that you're capable, then the work will come, and just being open to all sorts of opportunities too is another thing that I would say. I definitely took on jobs early on that I would say, you know, maybe I wasn't like, this isn't what I want to do necessarily, but it's going to get me experience. It's going to get my foot in the door here. So I just think like any experiences like that are good for young designers to try out.
Do you think you, as a designer, should work for free? Or are there cases where you should? Or should you just not? Or what's your opinion there?
So this was actually for free. Pro bono, I'll say. But it was for the Women's March last year. So I think that if you have like a cause that you believe in and want to make like a statement as a designer, then, you know, you're given this talent, you're given this medium. So to use, this is going to sound so corny, but like to use your gift in that way, I think can be really powerful. So
yeah.
And just kind of like a nice release for you too, like to get something off your chest.
Yeah, and you're doing it kind of like on your terms.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody called you up and say, hey, I've got this really good cause, I think you should do it. Like, hey, great, if you want to do that, fantastic. You know, but like, I also know, I generally think that like, people totally like respect what they pay for. They respect what they kind of like pay for. So like, if it's free, I don't know if they appreciate it as much as they should because it didn't cost them anything.
Yeah. Yeah, and that can definitely be tricky. Like, if it's client work, I would say, unless it's like family and it's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Then I wouldn't, if you get approached to do something for like exposure, run the other way. Like that's not.
Don't do things for exposure.
Don't do things for exposure.
Don't do that.
Just don't. Just don't. So I'm kind of playing with his T, maybe making a little...
Somebody did mention, like, do you do a, sort of dotted line to indicate a phantom thing?
I was actually,
fun
thinking about that when I first came up with this
Or I
concept.
like the use of negative space.
Yeah.
Bar at the top that's black, that's in white in front of it. Just different thoughts. Since we're all armchair designers here, the rest of us.
Yeah, keep them coming. No, it's super interesting.
I don't know if the designer makes a bad design, should the client pay for it? Whatever your agreement is, you just hold true to that agreement.
Yeah, I think that's why contracts are important.
Yeah, contracts are important because they'd be like, no, we're not going to go with. You did some work already, and I don't know.
Right. Yeah. No. I mean.
Pray that never happens.
Well, that's like really subjective too. Like if the client just doesn't like the design, then you should definitely still get paid for your time. So.
Yeah.
Write contracts. Save yourself.
And that usually comes from somebody who's gotten burned. I don't know if you have, but like that
for sure
is typically a lesson.
I think every designer has. If they haven't, then they're lying.
Yeah. If they haven't,
we all get burned.
You get burned. Yeah.
And then you make steps to never get burned again because it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks to get burned. Not fun.
Yeah. No. I agree. We all got bills to pay. And it's good. Oh, we're down to our final minute for the challenge submission.
Ooh, fun.
Shame of you for you're leaving us on the third day.
Yeah, I had a prior engagement that I couldn't get out of, but I really wanted to be here for at least a couple days. So hopefully we get a lot done.
Yeah, no, we're moving through this.
Yeah, we're moving fast. And hopefully y'all are quick learners.
Yeah. Nashua, I'm not sure on the font for the tree trimming. That last line, I have no idea.
This is, oh God, did I do it again? No, this is Greensboro. It's a nice,
Ooh.
It's a super like vintage looking font. Nice rounded weird R's and rounded A's. I'm a big sucker for like rounded A's like this, and S's that are just kind of like almost like backward Z's more than anything.
So you could, and the limb is a different font too, right?
Yes.
So effectively you have sort of like 3 different fonts here.
Currently there are 3, yeah, and that's a pretty good number. I think you can get away with using more, and we might later on when we add.
Well,
like,
I mean, even
taglines
3 is plenty. Some
Yeah.
people will say it's like 3 is pushing it.
As long as they work well together, I think that you can kind of incorporate as many as you want. And I don't know how to tell someone like how to kind of, I guess, know when it's too much, but it's just more of like a gut feeling than anything else, I'd say.
Yeah.
Be like,
I think you're right.
Whoa, that's too much.
Yeah, it definitely shouldn't be messy at all. Or, you know, you need to have continuity and variety.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
too much continuity, it's boring. Too much variety, and it's messy.
Right.
Good, good. Well, you can work your magic there. I'd like to show off the challenge submissions.
Okay.
Since that clock says 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, we're going to dive into the challenge submissions. Deadline's up.
Let's
So
look.
check this out, folks. We're going to dive right into it. Switching over, you can see our very first one. And check out the challenge tab. You can find these. We're going to start with Tyrone Henry. And again, the project is all about creating an invite. An invitation for watching Adobe Max, the live stream.
Is it cut off at
Oh,
the
sorry, I
bottom?
probably zoomed in a little too much.
Okay,
Let's
cool.
see. There we go. Actually, let me click on it.
There we go.
There we go.
Nice. Yeah, I see some drop shadow action, trying to set that text off from the rest of it. I think it's always good to really push hierarchy. So whatever you're like trying to communicate first is kind of the biggest and most important part. So that's cool.
Yeah.
See some gradients down there.
I like they're just kind of playing with it. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening here.
Yeah, lots of color.
Yeah, I love the idea of organizing it and all that stuff. It is interesting. This is the only thing with the drop shadow. So there's
Yeah.
some thoughts there on like, you know, who knows?
Yeah.
Should you introduce multiple things that have depth? It's always. I would just say be careful with drop shadows.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
think?
I think that they
fair?
can get overkill pretty quickly, but I think that choosing one thing is a good way to go.
Yeah, and yeah, just it is probably the most used effect that can be easily overused. Michael Roos, Roos. This
Nice.
is beautiful.
I actually really like that.
I do too.
The subtle gradients are super nice. I can kind of see some depth in those spheres, which is cool. They feel like they're floating in space. And then I really like the rounded corners of the logo type in the middle there.
Yeah, totally.
It's a nice soft touch. And then
Good use of. What do you think of the color?
the color's great. Yeah, I think that the green and the purple are working really well together. It's a really interesting combination
It
too.
really is, because initially you would think, okay, I'll go with like an orange-ish
Yeah.
thing, but I like that this is interesting in that it's not orange.
Yeah, totally.
You know, or
You have something
or
against
pink.
orange?
No, I was just thinking like the immediate like
Paul
sort of like
hates orange.
Orange. I mean, hey, are you a color or are you a flavor? Like, make up your mind. I want to know. Color or
Can't be
flavor?
both. It's confusing.
But since it's complimentary, don't think just because it's complimentary you have to go with it. Jennifer Thompson. Wait for it. Boom. You're
Nice,
welcome,
wow.
world.
Wow, I don't think
VIP pass. Sorry, I'm trying to get this just right.
that
too
gradient in the background is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
How come we've been? I wonder why we've been seeing this a couple times. Because this is this. I don't know if they've submitted this a second time, but I've seen that texture before.
It's really cool. Yeah, it's like very like computer like digital
artsy.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. It's cool.
We
And
might
then
have seen
again, they
this
have
one
like
before.
they're using a like a drop shadow kind of thing in a different way. It's just like another,
which is a good call. Like this is a good use of
set
maybe
it
a
off.
drop shadow. I do, and I think we might have saw something similar to this before. I think if you have one photo in black and white, just making them all in black and white, or like try to make them consistent. I can tell these boxes aren't quite lined up as well, but still cool. Good job, Jennifer Thompson.
way to go.
Next up, Cecilia Pasquale. Cecilia Pasquale.
Oh wow, is this like, oh cool, is this supposed to be like a foldable one?
Am I looking at the right ones? Did I screw this up somehow? Oh, I did. I might be looking at older ones.
Uh-oh.
Help me out, Gus.
Oh.
I'll just start, but this is
There's a dog.
I should start right here. Well, anyways, let's start right here. I think I might have.
I think you're good. That one got through again.
Oh, okay. Good. Either way, we're happy everybody's participating.
Nice.
Gianfranco
I really like
Gallardo.
all the consistent type on this one. I think that's really cool. I like how the two corners are kind of framing the middle. And the color's great. I think that purple and teal are working really well together. And you know exactly like when it's happening. The dates are clearly there.
Yeah. That's
cool.
good. You have the most important stuff is very clear.
Yeah.
My tendency is almost take this black and make it white.
That could be cool too. Yeah. I mean, and that's a quick exercise.
Yeah.
I think playing with color is always, useful. Because you never know.
Surge. Again, we might have reviewed these before, but either way, like, let's give them another.
Digging this too.
spotlight.
Obviously, you've set up like a really good grid here. I can tell, and I like the kind of diagonal lines going on. I like that the diagonal line in the top right kind of matches the diagonal in the
The letters.
Yeah, the letters right there. It's cool.
I don't know what do we need to do here? What's the job? Oh, join now. Oh. I'm like, there's no question on what we want them to do.
Join us. Join us.
Oh, yeah, by the way. Oh, wait, what? Like, okay, so this is a problem with this design from a marketing standpoint. I have no idea what I'm joining.
Yeah.
It does say Adobe Max, join now. Like, I don't know. Like
I think
what's the benefit from your audience from a marketing standpoint?
I think that maybe the creativity conference could be more obvious or larger in hierarchy.
Like in this stuff here, this is good information. I almost want to like, hey, this is selling points.
Yeah, I think
feel
that's
like details on this page.
Yeah, and it's a little illegible on that black. I think like bumping up the contrast there would be good. And then I also kind of want the red to get a little brighter.
Okay, yeah.
Just like a touch.
Yeah.
Really pop off that black.
It does pop a little bit more on my screen.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no, great job. And
yeah, good job, y'all.
Surge. Oh, going the wrong way. Boop, boop. Oh, Jan Eric.
I
Why
mean,
not?
you had me at dog. I love dogs.
Yeah, I love it. I like Jan Eric's playing with marketing language and stuff.
Yeah. What does the first phrase mean?
I don't know. Many inspired, so skill, play. Like, yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah, please attend.
I like it. Yeah, that's funny.
I almost want to see Max like reflected in the sunglasses.
That could be cool.
Would be
Or
kinda
something. Yeah.
But I'm
The
sold.
gradient on those sunglasses is cool though.
Yeah, that good.
And the colors
color
work well
choices.
together. The blue and the yellow and the pink work really well together.
Yeah. So that one got kind of through again. Let's just. So hopefully I am reviewing the correct ones. Karsten, you're invited
Cool.
to a pretty cool conference.
To a pretty cool conference. I like how conversational this one is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call. And I love this. I love the spacing there.
Yeah, it's cool.
You know?
I think that
I love it.
yeah, for like creative conferences like this, they can sometimes feel like really rigid and kind of stale. So I really like the handwritten type. I think that's awesome.
And you're just making it friendly, like, hey, this is
Yeah.
gonna be cool.
It's gonna be
and
a fun
just chill and
Come on
you
out.
know, but we still know what we're doing because we have a cool gradient back there.
Right. Whoa.
Oleg Karasnov. Oh, this is brilliant.
That is tripping me out.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Really, really cool.
That is so beautiful. Oh, look at this. What's
Yeah.
MXVII? What is it?
2018. Roman numerals. Underutilized. I love Roman
You
numerals.
win.
Very cool. Yeah, I like how simple the color is in this one.
I love it.
Black and white, classic.
Like Bezier points in here. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you get me. Right?
You
That's so
you understand
nice.
the struggle.
I can't say enough nice things about this. I think
Yeah,
it's like,
it's great.
just brilliant.
Very, very, very cool.
So good. So good.
Great job.
Oleg
job, Oleg.
Karasnov, you're hired.
Way to go.
Serge? I know Serge submitted one earlier. I don't know if this is the same one or updated, but we'll give it a look.
That's the one, yeah, that we just looked at, right? With the red and the black.
Not yet. This is the first time I've seen it.
No, the one we looked at one by.
Oh, that
him.
was Serge's. Oh,
think so.
Interesting. Okay.
He's using the same font at least, so it looks similar. I like
So
the red
this
outline.
is really nice.
Yeah.
And then again, you can kind of sorry my messy monitor. I like that light coming from the left side.
Yeah, this kind of glow happening.
Cool. Like this could work for like honestly like any company would be happy with this. This is a very passable look. Everybody will sign off on this one because not everybody's going to agree on the scripted, fun, playful font. But
Yeah.
they'll get this one for sure.
Sure.
Good job. Oh yeah, and then we looked at this one. So yeah, I guess we've been through all of them. Fantastic, everybody did such a great job. Like, look
Great
at all these
job.
gorgeous works. Look at, like, as we scroll down, a day worth of work. Like, just to highlight some from the day, and I think Christine will do that as
Wow.
well. Here's another one, just to highlight Adriano's as well.
That's awesome.
Christine highlighted this one. Super cool.
Very
MAX,
cool.
Adobe Max. We get it. Great job, everyone. This is out of my favorites. I know we
Oh,
might not be
cool.
here in the morning. I like this one, and then I like this one. Those are my two.
Super cool. Yeah,
Do you have
that.
any favorites or?
Scroll. Oh, I really like the this one.
Oh, the one in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really
it's
liked
pretty
that one. I
strong.
like the colors in that a lot.
And I get a lot of a sense of space too.
Yes. Yeah. Very
Which is
much so.
Really cool. Yes, I agree with Voodoo Val. Well done, everyone. We appreciate you and all your amazing hard work. Everyone here is fantastic. And you can check those out if you go to the challenge tab. Basically, when you go to submit, that's where you'll find a link to the gallery up at the top. I'll just click over so you know what I'm talking about. View gallery, check those out. And fantastic.
Yeah, that was great. Good work, y'all. That's incredible.
Good work, y'all.
Good work, y'all. I see. I can't help it. I just can't help it. It's a part of me. So yeah, I'm liking the way that this type is kind of morphing into an illustrative element. Little tree branches happening.
It'll be fun to, and again, a newer feature that I use all the time that just works for something like this is the fact that you just round those corners very easily.
Oh yeah. I can't. It's such a satisfying moment when you do that.
Yeah.
I am shaking in my boots right now, preparing to do that, but not yet. Not
Another
yet.
Texas term.
It's not ready. Shaking in my boots.
Shaking in my boots. Oh, sounds like a country song. I was shaking in my boots. Do you like country? Or do you like Future Islands?
I love Future Islands. I grew up in Texas, and I was like super resistant to country music for like the longest time. But finally came around to it, and I actually really enjoy it now. Yeah.
Nice.
Took some time, but I
Well,
do
and I think
like
country
it.
music's also, of course, like evolved. It's like less twangy these days.
Yeah.
And
Well, in the 90s, it got
it blew up.
pretty poppy.
Yeah,
there
like
for a
Garth
second.
Brooks and
Reba,
yeah,
Reba McEntire.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Boy, I went to Pueblo County High School, and in high school, Friends in Low Places was
Oh yeah,
like,
great song.
Garth Brooks was so big there.
Blame it all on my boots.
Oh, what's the title
Oh,
of that?
that's Blame It All on My Roots.
Blame It-
I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie affair.
Oh yeah, that's the very beginning.
Yeah.
What's the slow song that he did? He did Friends Below Places, and there's another one. Anyways, we're getting off on a tangent.
Not the person to ask, unfortunately. I should be from Texas, but
All right. Fantastic, everyone. This is day one. We got 3 days worth of action, a fourth day of UX and UI with Talon Wadsworth. He should be there on Friday, unless the schedule's changed. And then all next week, hang out with us, as the team will be broadcasting from Adobe Max, keynotes, and other special speakers.
very fun.
So, yeah, should be super cool. Ghosting. Oh, there we go. Sorry, Roxanne. She was submitting ideas for taglines, and I keep missing it. Hers is
Saying her name just reminded me to save again.
Roxanne.
Yes.
Okay. So when you need to save tomorrow, I'm just gonna say Roxanne.
There you go. Yeah. Roxanne, your file, please.
I'm like, hey, Lauren, Roxanne. Roxanne, your file. Everybody
Don't
needs
forget
a
to
little,
Roxanne.
need a little Roxanne in your life. She'll bail you out of. she'll bail you out.
Roxanne is developing a reputation. A good one.
Yeah. And she's really participating, and we
Yeah.
appreciate you for that. Coming up with
Get involved.
taglines,
Yeah, shoot over some of those
being your
taglines.
clever self. I have so many right now. I think we could. Yeah, we'll get these refined tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll send you this whole list.
Great.
We have some great ones, all thanks to you, the audience. Yeah. So just so you know, there's not going to be the challenge. The challenge tab is not there anymore. We could always paste the link in chat for the challenge gallery, so you could view those. But the challenge is over, and that's the situation, folks.
Challenge complete.
Congratulations. Mission accomplished. You passed that level. Ooh, Kelby Ruiz. I don't know if you know Kelby. ATX represent.
Hey, what up?
Saying he or she is a big fan of you.
Oh, wow.
You got a fan out
Thanks
there.
for tuning in. That's so awesome. Wait, it's happening. Are you ready? You want to see a close-up? Here we go. Round in that stuff. We got a little held up. There might be some...
There might be some overlapping. Oh, but you grouped them all? Or
I went ahead and
created one?
combined them with
Combined
the Pathfinder tool.
Sweet.
Because I'm feeling pretty good about
Isn't that nice?
where this is going.
I'm gonna make a tree too. You want to see me make a tree? I'll
Yeah.
make a tree too.
Everyone draw their best tree. Oh, see, that's where we got cut up. Here we go.
I want to make a tree.
Make a tree.
I'm gonna make a
Trees
tree
are
really
fun.
fast. Ready? File, scripts. There's actually a script that will do tree-like.
Ooh.
So I'll just show you this. It doesn't really have any parameters, but file, scripts, tree-like, boop.
Oh,
There we
wow,
go.
look at that.
And
That's
the
a
cool
tree.
thing is, it's made up of a bunch of strokes. So if I open up brushes and just select some of these, not all of them, I can give it some leaves.
Wow.
It's a lot
That is crazy.
But again, not a great job. I will work on it. I have some better branches in here and stuff. You
Better
get the idea.
branches. That's nuts. I'm doing it the tedious way over here.
No, you're good. Like I said, there's no there are no parameters for it. That's kind of what it's missing. But it would probably be faster for me to make a brush that's a branch and then apply it, at least in my case. So.
Yeah. So
Oh, thank you. Good, Arturo. Duplicate it and put the leaves on top, at least in my case.
Oh, there you go. Feeling pretty good about this. Kind of starting to fill this negative space that I was bugging me out earlier. And yeah, let's start. We're gonna put some taglines in here. We're gonna add color. If y'all have any color requests, maybe something a little spooky.
Yeah.
Let's just real quick, cause that'll do a lot for it.
So Alexandra, you could just do a search for Illustrator scripts. You could do. You'll find it out there. It's super easy. Well, I shouldn't say super easy. Somewhat, easy when it comes to scripting. Megan says muted orange and dark gray.
Muted orange and dark gray.
Interesting.
That's like definitely a little bit spooky.
Yeah. Do you like scary movies?
I love scary movies. October is all about the scary movie marathons.
What's your favorite scary movie that you've seen recently? At least in the past couple years or something.
Let me think about this. I mean, classic, and I gotta say it because I'm from there. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh.
That's like, I mean, there's different kinds of scary, and like the gore doesn't really
do anything for you.
Yeah, like, well, I would say it doesn't really scare me as much as like the psychological thrillers do. Like those can be really intense.
Have you seen Witch?
No.
With instead of a W for witch, it's two V's. It's like Vitch, Witch. It is the scariest movie ever.
Really?
It's the best scary movie since The Ring.
That's saying something.
That's all I'm saying.
The Ring was pretty scary.
Yeah, The Ring was super scary. But Witch is like, you will love it as a designer. I think you'd totally appreciate it. You just get so enveloped in the story. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
It's a period piece. It's amazing. So anyways,
cool.
The Babadook was rad. A good one.
Babadook.
Yeah, Babadook's also, that's one that you watch and then you have to think about it later because you're like, wow, that was actually kind of deep. Yeah, that's the Babadook for you.
Kind of deep.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
Just kind of.
So we still got a space up here. I'm gonna fill it.
Evil Dead's great.
Evil Dead. I love Evil Dead. Love Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
That movie is awesome.
What the tree did in Evil Dead? I don't remember.
The tree did something that I don't think we can talk about on air.
Okay, gotcha. Never mind. Ooh, is that a moon or something? Or what are you doing?
It could be a moon. That's actually a really good idea. I was just, I was maybe gonna add some more information up here. Maybe a number to call.
Ooh, I like, yeah.
Call.
And actually the stroke helps because the circle could have been too strong maybe, I don't know.
Call, what should the number be? 555 tree? 1-800-TREE?
Well,
wouldn't
tree
be a
is
1-800.
3. The tree could be the tree. Yeah, but I'm saying is the first and then tree is the second. T-R-E-E.
What would that number be?
Cut tree.
Cut tree. 1-800 cut tree. That's pretty good.
Sweet. Ooh, I haven't. Oh, the new Evil Dead remake is scary as heck. because they did all of that like live action. They didn't use a lot of digital effects in that. Is it
I
time?
didn't see
How we
the.
doing? Oh, it is time. I'm sorry. I'm getting too involved in this and talking about scary movies. I apologize. Oh, I'm getting so sad. I don't want today to end.
I don't either, y'all.
Now I'm gonna have nightmares of phantom limbs, arborists. They show up. What happened to my trees? They look perfect. Ah, no.
They're
All right, I'll stop.
gone.
But I super enjoy having you. I'm
this
so
was
happy.
fun.
Yes,
This is really fun.
I'm happy to. I'm excited to see this progress.
Tomorrow we're gonna do some texture. We're gonna do some mock-ups. It's gonna be
Fantastic.
A
It
fun
looks
time.
so good. Well, Lauren, we really appreciate you. Did you had a good time though? You had a
yeah.
good time?
I'm like in the zone.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be here for a little while, even though we might
So
have to
I'm
cut the
gonna
camera.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah, we'll keep going. Same position, same everything.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, maybe
We'll be
wearing the
here.
same thing because we've just gotten involved in this whole design and have had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Mostly thank you to you as well, the audience. Anel,
thanks,
Hazel, Alexandra, Ricardo, Arturo, good to have you here. Good to have Lauren Dickens, the one and only. Tune in tomorrow morning, and we'd love to see you there with Alana and Christine. So thanks so much for watching, everybody.
Thanks, y'all.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.